Well, see, that's my first experience with Roe. Was he was a lawyer, and Ralph Combs was murdered out here on Cedar Mountain.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. William McCoy, he was my, I guess he's about my fourth cousin, and I growed up with him and stuff. Well, Roe was his lawyer, and he got him acquitted on those charges.
Yeah.
And him and Palmer Atkinson was both involved in that, in that murder.
Yeah.
And Palmer, he's the one that did the time for it. But Roe, he made a name for himself by, being a hotshot lawyer.
Yeah, and he got, who did he get off?
William McCoy.
He got William McCoy off.
Mm-hmm. And they was both guilty of killing the guy.
Of the girls?
No,
this is
Ralph Combs.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Ralph Combs. And Palmer, I don't imagine he appreciates this thing too much
He's
either.
dead.
Oh,
They're
is
both dead now, yep.
Oh, okay.
Him and Bill are both dead now. But, see, they tried, they had it in their heads that Bill and Palmer was the ones that killed them girls, too.
Oh, okay.
And see, that's why they hounded me all those years. Every time I go out, they'd pull me over and search my car and go through my stuff, and then they couldn't never catch me or do anything to me. That's when they set Johnny Fitzgerald up to
They wanted to get you for something that didn't matter.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that
set me up thinking that I would tell them what I knew, but I didn't know anything about the Rainbow Girls. Only what I had through hearsay.
Yeah, and of course this is Droop Mountain, and there was bound to have been a lot of hearsay going on.
Lots of it.
It seems like that they prosecuted that Rainbow case basically on some sort of presupposition that they had it set in the beginning who did it.
Right.
And the sad thing about it is he missed the whole thing.
They messed the whole thing up. See, that's what kind of prosecutor we had. Whiteford, he was big shot, big wheel, and he messed it all up, and the guy got out on appeals because he didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
Prosecuted
well, let me ask you about the deal here. I stopped here today. If I would have gone on to Lewisburg earlier, I would have had a chance to come to the hearing with Totten.
Right.
Now, have you been following that any through the papers or anything?
Yeah, I have. See, it's another thing. I got daughters.
Yeah.
I got 3 daughters in this county. Well, 2 of my daughters were, I guess you'd call it, whenever they were younger, they got in trouble with Totten. Let one of my daughters give him sexual favors. She won't tell nobody or talk about it because she's embarrassed about it. To get out of some trumped up trouble that he said they'd done or something.
Right. So you really know pretty closely that old Totten has been doing some
well, I was in jail whenever Totten was a jailer up there, and he was bringing young girls in there at night.
Really?
Yes. When he was a jailer there, he was bringing girls in there at night and hanging out with them while he was a jailer in the jail.
Wow.
That's when it all started,
So this thing goes back many years,
Many years, and they're just now catching up to him.
Yeah.
Well,
I heard that they got it back to as far as 92.
Yep.
And I think that they're looking at some other possibilities too. I got word the other day that there was a sex tape that one of the, and I don't know what girl it was, but there was a sex tape that she made, and of these guys, and it might even get some earlier officers. So I'd say there's a whole bunch of guys really sweating her right now.
Yeah, they should be. And they're no better than we are. I mean, they can commit a crime, but they got a badge to protect them.
Right.
But that's not right. They shouldn't be allowed to be in that position.
Walton has been the one that's given me a really dickens of a time. He came and raided on Dave. I had him in school. I liked Dave.
Well, I did too.
Do you think maybe Dave might have had any involvement in this stuff?
Well, I don't know. I think Dave is just doing what they're telling him to do.
Okay, yeah, I think so too.
I always liked Dave, and I always thought he was a pretty good guy, and he never ever bothered me or ever gave me a bit of trouble as long as I knowed him. And I always had a lot of respect for him and McCoy up here.
Yeah, McCoy's been pretty straight, but
Yes, sir,
McCoy's starting to show up as sort of a. He was there when they arrested me. I said, Troy, why didn't you get there and help them keep me from falling? He didn't have anything to say.
Well, Troy, you know, and Dave, I think are just doing what they're being told.
Yeah.
Trying to keep their jobs.
Yeah. Janice has got them on the bind.
Yes.
Well, what do you think's going to come out of this deal with Totten?
I don't know.
You think he's squealing?
I don't know, but he needs to. If he wants to come clean and tell about what's going on and tell about the rest of this crap that's went on in this county, they could give him a little break, you know. That's why I say.
Well, it seemed to me like there's an extremely close connection between Totten and Clifton. That maybe one may be talking, they may be the case of who talks first. You think
Really?
Clifton's got something to say?
I don't know. He may have. He may have.
See, they only got him on about 5 or 6 charges, but I don't know what his bail was either, but it wasn't as extravagant as Totten. They let him run all over the country. Did you notice that?
That's crazy.
Think they'd let you do that?
No. I'd have been locked up immediately.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't have been able to make bail. I ain't never sexually assaulted anybody or, you know, no
Right.
children. I got
Well,
kids.
that's right. Now, there's the point, too. We're talking little girls. From
Little.
what I've heard as early as 10 years old.
Well, I don't know how old, but I know there've been a bunch of them under 18, under 17.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine that a man would do that.
I'm telling you. It's just like that schoolcraft girl, Teresa. You know, she's the same age as my one daughter.
Right.
And Terry, he's a good friend of mine. We grew up together, and, you know, people are finally just now coming out, getting nerve enough to come out about it.
Oh, I know.
And, you know, I heard the girls that were down at Stillwell with him that night when we was down there are squealing on him now, too.
Oh, I hope they do.
That's what I heard.
I hope they do. Because, you know, I think that there was a party going on there.
There was.
And I'll bet you that's got AG sweating, isn't it?
He should be sweating.
Yeah, that's got AG sweating.
Because, you know, I don't know why I'm not allowed to press charges on him. I went forward and told the prosecutor, told the sheriff,
Yeah.
what they done that night.
Now I want to ask you this as a question first. Did you see any sign that that Janice had audio taped or videotaped your statement?
Oh yeah, they did. They took us. They did a video of us. Yeah, both of us.
So there does exist a video,
There should, yes,
and you've got a right to see that video.
should have, yes.
Well, I'm going to do my best to make sure that video gets seen. Janice, he probably denied he took it, but you actually saw him.
Oh yeah, me and Darla both.
Okay.
We was there on camera, you know, when they taped it.
There was a camera right in front of
Camera
you.
right there, yes. in
Was
his office.
Janice operating the camera or someone
Yes,
else?
Janice.
Okay. So Janice will know, and this is important because you and Darla represent, at least in this case, the first visible
Exactly.
evidence that Janice knew. That will be dated. Janice is trying to pretend like he didn't know what was going on, but you all told him.
We told him. We was the first people to come forward and tell him what was going on. We caught him in Stillwell that night with them 2 girls.
Yeah.
And, you know, I found, well, this is just what I've heard. Jackie Lee, which was that one girl's boyfriend, was in trouble. And they were doing sexual favors to get him out of it.
Oh,
He
okay.
He hasn't been put in jail or nothing else.
What I call the Pocahontas County pre-trial diversion program.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So it was payoff time for them down there.
Exactly.
And Totten and AG would have been there
Collecting, yeah.
collecting.
That's exactly what I heard.
Yeah, they like.
'Cause I followed them home. I followed those girls home after we got out.
Oh,
there
did you?
And told Jackie Lee, I said, your old lady and, you know, that other girl was at Stillwell with 2 cops. Well, he said, well, she's probably fucking the cop because she's been doing it. She done it before. She's probably doing it again.
Well, everybody knows about this stuff. I mean, we put it on film and everything.
Exactly.
What reason do they have to hide it now?
I don't know.
These girls are coming out. Well, Teresa's suing. I don't blame her for suing.
They need to. They ruined them girls' lives.
Yeah.
When you do something like that, man, that's not right. And I don't think